So welcome back here on this Sunday afternoon here on Spuds TV for today's game. It's game 3 of this 5-game home stretch featuring your home team, Canyon County Spuds, hosting the Western Nebraska Pioneers. I'm Nick Gruber, and thank you for tuning in with us tonight. Coming into this game, the series is split at 1-1. In game 1, the Spuds dominated, out hitting the Pioneers 15-6 and winning by a score of 10-4. Last night was a different story. Despite still out hitting the Pioneers 11-8, the Spuds struggled to convert players on base into runs and lost by a score of 5-3. So tonight, one of these teams looks to take the series lead in game 3 out here at Wolf Field in Caldwell, Idaho. We'll have starting lineups after the national anthem. Thanks again for tuning in. So the national anthem there, trumpet player John Hamilton out here at Wolf Field. First pitch just about underway. Let's take a peek at those starting lineups. For the Western Nebraska Pioneers, leading things off, center fielder number 7, Eric Smelko. Following him, Jace Jeremiah playing shortstop wearing number 10. Batting third, number 19, Shane Jameson, the first baseman. After him, batting cleanup, Declan Weisner, the designated hitter, wearing number 11 for the Pioneers. Then comes Alex Zerfus, the right fielder, wearing number 23. Following him, number 16, Ryan Callahan playing third. Then comes Tyler Mead, the second baseman, wearing number 4. Following him, number 25, Connor Dowdy. He'll be the catcher for the Pioneers tonight. And rounding things off is Jason Luke, the left fielder, number 1. And now the lineup for your home team, Canyon County Spuds. Leading things off here tonight is the left fielder, Tyler Castelli, wearing number 9. Batting second, Lucas Danielwicks, the right fielder, wearing 13. Following him, number 1, Owen Bischoff, the center fielder. Then comes Tyler Stone, batting in that cleanup spot once more, the designated hitter. Following him, Matthew Mandeville, the catcher for your home team Spuds tonight, wearing number 12. Then comes Peyton Flynn, the first baseman, number 10. Following him, Gabe Garrett, third baseman, wearing number 15. After Garrett is Riker Billingsley, the second baseman, wearing number 8. And rounding things off for the Spuds is Zach Schwartzberg, the shortstop, wearing number 2. So official welcome here to Game 3 of this series. It's Tristan Tatum on the mound for the Spuds getting the start tonight. Tatum out of Cal State East Bay. He'll be looking at Eric Smelko as the leadoff hitter for the Pioneers here tonight. So the righty to the lefty to get things underway. First pitch here tonight misses outside, local time of 5:03. 1-0 the count. Second one swung on by Smelko. It's towards left field. Left fielder Castelli moving right to left, making an easy grab for out number 1. So a quick out to start the night here. Eric Smelko pops out to left. Here comes Jace Jeremiah now, the shortstop out of Skyline Junior College. Jeremiah didn't play last night. He leads the Pioneers in batting average, .387, 119 at-bats, 46 hits in his name. First pitch from Tatum, that'll find the corner of the strike zone. 0-1. So Jeremiah has been the guy for the Pioneers this year, leads the team in hits, batting average, a couple of home runs in his name. He swings on that one, pops it straight up towards the dugout of the Pioneers. Looks like it will go out of play. It does. So count now moves to 0-2. So Tatum on his season on the mound for the Spuds. He's appeared in 7 games. He has 6 saves to his name, 37.2 innings pitched, a 3.1 ERA. He's got 18 strikeouts, so we'll see if he can get things going here tonight. Make that 19 strikeouts on his season. There's strikeout number 1 for out number 2 to start the day here in the first. So 2 quick outs. It'll bring up Shane Jameson now, looking at Tristan Tatum on the mound. Jameson batting in the 3rd spot tonight, was in the 2nd spot last night, went 1 for 4 for an RBI there. So with 2 outs, he steps into the box and no runners on. First pitch, that one catches the edge of the strike zone. 0-1. So 0-1 the count here in Caldwell. A little bit cooler temperatures to start things off here tonight. 87 degrees with a little bit of wind. 10 miles an hour moving left to right. So count now 0-2. Tatum starting his night off well. Here comes the pitch to Jameson. That one finds the strike zone. It's back-to-back strikeouts for Tatum. That's 6 pitches in a row. 6 strikes. 1, 2, 3. Shane Jameson strikes out looking. Tatum 2 strikeouts to start the day. We move to the bottom of the second. Score 0-0. We'll take a short break and be right back with the action here on Spuds TV. Three up, 3 down to start the day for the Spuds defense. Leading things off for your Canyon County Spuds. is Tyler Castelli. He'll be looking at Griffin Allen, who gets the start on the mound for the Pioneers. Allen making his debut in this series here in Game 3. Castelli came in late last night as a pinch hitter, had 2 at-bats, was walked once. First pitch from Allen, that will be in there for strike number 1. Allen in his 7th game here for the Pioneers. That one in there for a ball. Moved 1-1. 2.13 ERA for Griffin Allen. He's got 33 strikeouts and 33.2 innings pitched, so pretty good stats here for Griffin Allen. That one misses outside for ball number 2. Castelli leading things off tonight, as I mentioned, came in as a pinch hitter last night. Count now moves to 3-1. So hitters count early on. Allen to Castelli. Griffin Allen out of Grand Canyon University out there in Arizona. So he's probably used to the heat. That 3-1 swung on and fouled down the third base line. Just barely misses foul. So count now moves to full. It's an early battle here between Allen and Castelli. The lefty Castelli on the season, batting .262. 3-2 swung on, fouled out of play towards left field. Keep the count at full. We'll try it one more time. Castelli, 126 at-bats, has picked up 33 hits, 2 doubles, 7 RBIs on his season. So the 3-2 pitch from Allen on its way. That one misses outside. It'll be a leadoff walk to start things off here for the Spuds. So Castelli will now stand at first. And now Lucas Danielewicz will step into the box for the Spuds. Danielewicz in that second spot for the 3rd game in a row. Danielewicz out of Mesa Community College last night was 1 for 4. Was walked as well last night. Runner goes early. Castelli, the throw to second, not in time. Just barely not in time. Castelli with an early steal. First pitch heads over there to second, slides in safely. So that pitch was in there for a ball. It's Connor Dowdy playing catcher tonight for the Pioneers. That one just left a little bit short. The throw to second. So with the 1-0 count, here comes the pitch to Danielewicz with Castelli now in scoring position. 1-0 stays high. 2-0 the count. Two balls and no strikes with no outs. The second at bat of this inning, it's Lucas Danielewicz. Here comes the 2-0. He watches that one drop in the strike zone, move the count to 2 balls and 1 strike now. Two and 1. That one swung on from Danielewicz. Foul tip goes straight back. Move the count to 2-2 now. So the Spuds still trying to fight for that playoff spot here in the second half of the season. Probably heard that in the background. There's our little bat boy running out there and grabbing that ball, showing off the wheels here at Wolf Field. The 2-2 on its way. Big swing and a miss. It's strikeout number 1 for Griffin Allen as Danielewicz strikes out swinging. So with 1 out now, runner will still stay at second, and Tyler Castelli. Owen Bischoff will now come out. Bischoff out of Western Oregon University playing center field for the Spuds, batting in that 3rd spot once more. Last night, 2 for 5 in RBI, scored 2 runs. Pretty solid night for him last night. He'll look at Griffin Allen now. Here comes the first pitch, the at-bat. That one, slider drops in there for strike number 1. So the 0-1 count Tyler Castelli was walked and then successful stolen bag. He stands at second. Here comes the 0-1. That one will be swung on and fouled back from Bischoff. Move the count to 0-2 now. So no balls and 2 strikes to Bischoff. Bischoff batting .270 on the year in his 28th game appearance here today. That one swung on and fouled back out of play. So the count will stay at 0-2 as Bischoff stays alive here in this at-bat. As I mentioned, game 3. If you missed last night's game, it was the final score of 5-3, Pioneers winning. Spuds did out-hit the Pioneers 11-8, but couldn't get anything going. That one hit towards center field, just past the pitcher Griffin Allen. The throw from second baseman Tyler Mead is in time for out number 2. So that one almost came straight back at Griffin Allen. He kind of ducks out of the way, and then second baseman Tyler Mead fields that one off the bounce, tosses it over to first for the second out. So now Castelli did advance there. He stands 90 feet from scoring a run here for the Spuds and taking an early lead. It's Tyler Stone with 2 outs and a runner on third. Stone batting in that cleanup spot. Again, that first pitch misses outside for ball 1. Stone last night kept his hot series going, 3 for 5 with 2 RBIs. 1-0 pitch, he'll swing on and miss. Even the count now at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Tyler Stone with 2 outs and Castelli still standing at third base. That pitch misses outside, similar looking one to the first pitch of the at-bat. And therefore, ball number 2. Stone leading the Spuds in just about every hitting category there is. 347 average, 5 home runs, 36 RBIs for him. The 2-1 skips and bounces off catcher Dowdy's chest. Holds up Castelli at third, so the count now at 3-1. As Allen will walk back to the mound. So Stone steps back into the box. The lefty takes his wind up with his bat. The 3-1 pitch, that one misses outside. It's 5-pitch walk. The runners will now stand at the corners, and it'll bring up Matthew Mandeville.
From Cal State East Bay, the catcher, number 12, Matt Mandeville.
So Mandeville, similar to Castelli, came in late last night, had 2 at-bats as a pinch hitter. No hits for him. He comes in the lineup batting 5th this afternoon for the Spuds. So it's fresh count to him with Stone at first, Castelli at third, and 2 outs early on here in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch to Mandeville, big swing and a miss. 0-1. Mandeville adjusts his helmet, takes it off, puts it back on. Steps back into the box now with an 0-1 count. That one, another big swing and a miss from Matthew Mandeville. Move the count to 0-2 now. Pioneers last night led for basically the entirety of the game. It was tied once in the 3rd inning, but everything since then was Pioneers. So the 0-2 count, Allen on its way. 3 swings, 3 misses for Mandeville. 2 strikeouts for him in this inning. Spuds leave 2 on the base, 1 in scoring position. Score will remain at 0-0. We move to the 2nd. Take a short break and be right back with the action here on Spuds TV. So in the first, the Pios went 3 up, 3 down, 2 strikeouts for Tristan Tatum. So leading things off here in the second is Declan Weisner, the designated hitter for the Pios tonight. Weisner went 1 for 3 last night, counted for 2 RBIs as well. First pitch is swung on and fouled back and out of play. Count will start at 0-1. So I know it's just the first inning, but both pitchers a pair of strikeouts to their name. 0-1 pitch swung on once more. Fouls back in a similar spot, back and right out of play. So an early 0-2 to Declan Weisner. Weisner out of Walters State. Where's number 11? The Pioneers bringing out the blue uniforms tonight. First time we've seen them in this series. Went black game 1, black game 2. Now the gray bottoms and the blue top. Swung on straight to the pitcher, Tatum. There's the shortstop fielding that one with his bare hand, but the low throw over to first can't be handled by Peyton Flynn.
Right fielder number 23, Alex Zerfa. Right fielder, Zerfa. How many errors on that play? Should have been 2 of them. The throw was in the dirt. All right, I guess it's in E6. Yeah, it's not hit. It wasn't written until it hit our pitcher.
So that play there goes in as an error. Oh, I take that back. It will go down as a hit for Declan Weisner. So Weisner will stand at first, and Alex Zerfis now up for the Pioneers. 0-1 the count. Swung on. That'll find the gap into left field. It'll be another base hit for the Pios. Back-to-back base hits will move runners to first and seconds with no outs here in the second. So Weisner base hit, and Zerfis follows that up with another base hit. Brings up Ryan Callahan now from the University of Kansas. Batting in the 6th spot here for the Pios. First pitch his way. Bunt shown laid down that first base line. Tatum running to first. The flip to him not in time. So a successful bunt not only advances the runners, but also makes it in safely there to first. So now the Spuds back against the walls here early. Bases loaded. Back-to-back-to-back singles. No outs early on here in the second inning. So it's Tyler Mead now with the bases juiced. Fresh count. Tatum delivers that first pitch. Stays high for ball 1. So Mead on the year. 294 hitter in his 17 at-bats, 5 hits. Just his 6th game in that Pio uniform here tonight. So a 1-0 count. Tatum delivers, stays high again. Move the count to 2-0. So what probably should have been an out to start this inning. The low throw to first wasn't handled from Peyton Flynn. So now the bases are loaded. 2-0. Stays high once more. That one just misses upstairs. 3 balls, no strikes. So with no outs, 3-0 count. Tatum to Mead. That one will be high again, so it's a 4-pitch walk, and that will walk in a run. An early 1-0 lead for the Pioneers. So not looking up for the Spuds right now. Bases remain loaded. For the Pios. First pitch from Tatum. That will find the strike zone there after 4 straight balls. The 0-1 count to the catcher, Dowdy. So it's Mead at first, Callahan at second, and Zerfus at third. Wisner just crossed home plate to score that run. Here comes the 0-1. That one also finds the corner of the strike zone. 0-2 the count now. So Spuds looking for their first out here. 0-2 on its way. That one misses high. Count moves to 1-2. So Dowdy in his 5th game here for the Pioneers. Just a 143 average for him in his 14 at-bats. Here comes the 1-2 to Dowdy. Big swing and a miss. A good strikeout there from Tatum as Dowdy swings at that one upstairs for strike number 3. So Dowdy strikes out, and now the bottom of the lineup for the Pioneers, it's Jason Luke, the left fielder, and the left-handed hitter. Bases still loaded. Pios up 1. Comes the first pitch. Big swing and a miss, strike number 1. So Tatum early 3 strikeouts, but looking at Luke with the bases loaded and just that one out. 0-1 pitch just misses outside. Even the count up at 1-1. So Spuds trying to limit the damage here after walking 1 run in. The 1-1 pitch misses high and outside. Move to 2-1 now. Luke has 13 hits in his 53 at-bats so far this year. 11 RBIs for him, so a golden opportunity to add to that category with the bases loaded. 2-1 count. He swings on that one towards right field. That will drop in the gap. It's the right fielder, Danuix, tossing it towards home. It'll be one more run scored there for the Pios. So Jason Luke, RBI single. And now the top of the lineup will be brought back up for the Pioneers.
The center fielder, number 7, Eric Smelko.
So it's Eric Smelko now, his second at-bat early on here in the top of the second. Still just 1 out and a fresh count. Bases remain loaded. First pitch swung on, dribbler towards first.
First baseman's going to come off the bag? You're kidding me.
Foul ball. Looks like it came off and it hit the toe of Eric Smelko. That'll be strike 1 of the at-bat. Four singles, 4 hits this inning for the Pios. They started things off slow in the first inning, went 3 up, 3 down, but now bats are heating up. Tristan Tatum delivers the 0-1, skips in low. That one will be called ball 1. Good block there from catcher Mandeville.
He did. He went.
Count sits at 1-1. Tatum to Smelko. Swung on. It's a high fly ball towards infield. It's the second baseman, Billingsley, coming up, making the grab for out number 2.
The shortstop, Jeremiah.
Already 2 runs across. The first 4 batters reach base.
So with 2 outs, Jace Jeremiah now follows the pop out from Smelko. Bases still loaded. Jeremiah steps into the box now. First pitch just misses low for ball number 1. As I mentioned in his last at-bat, Jeremiah leads the team in average. So as a Pioneers fan, this is the guy you want in the box with the bases loaded and 2 down. He's got 36 RBIs on the season. That one swung on straight to the first baseman, Peyton Flynn. A great diving grab to save at least 1 run, potentially 2 there. So the Spuds escape with minimal damage. The Pioneers score 2, one off of a walk and one off of an RBI from Jason Luke. So we move to the bottom. Pioneers lead by 2. We'll take a short break here on Spuds TV after that great grab from first baseman Peyton Flynn. So after making the exceptional grab there at first, Peyton Flynn will lead things off here in the bottom of the second. It's a 2-0 lead for the Pios after they grab 2 runs. They're in the top of the second. That first pitch was low and inside for ball number 1 as train number 1 enters your screen out here. Will field. Flynn swings on that one straight towards center field. It's the second baseman Tyler Mead fielding that one off of a 1-hop, tossing it to first in time for out number 1.
From Florida Tech University, third baseman number 15, Gabe Garrett.
So Gabe Garrett now will step. Gabe Garrett steps into the mound for the Spuds now. First pitch swung on straight up into the field. It's catcher taking his mask off. No, the third baseman calls everybody off, and Callahan makes the grab for out number 2. So good communication there from infield of the Pios as Callahan, Allen, and Dowdy all were walking over there to make the grab, but Callahan makes the catch for out number 2. So with 2 outs now, Riker Billingsley will step in for the Spuds. No runners on. He led things off last night in the lineup, was 1 for 4 on the season, batting .231 in his 39 at-bats. 9 hits for him, a couple of doubles. First pitch swung on and missed for strike number 1. So an 0-1 count to the lefty Riker Billingsley. Second pitch, the at-bat swung on, fouled back and left. Count now 0-2. So Griffin Allen on the mound going to that fastball quite a bit here tonight, and it's been working. No hits thus far for the Spuds. 0-2, big swing and a miss, another strikeout. It's 3 up, 3 down. It's third strikeout for Griffin Allen of the day. So the Pioneers still up 2. We'll move to the top of the third after we take a short break here on Spuds TV. Pioneers jump out to that early 2-0 lead. Nothing going there for the Spuds in the bottom of the second. Go up, 3 down. It'll be Shane Jameson here in the top of the third getting things underway for the Pios. Jameson batting in that third spot in the lineup. First pitch swung on and missed. 0-1 the count. Jameson out of Seattle University, looking at Tristan Tatum still on the mound. Tatum out of Cal State East Bay. 3 strikeouts to his name thus far. 0-1 pitch, swung on and fouled back and out of play. Early 0-2 count. Tatum to Jameson. Jameson last night, 1 for 4. Counted for an RBI as well. That one swung on straight to the second baseman, Riker Billingsley. Makes the grab there on that line drive headed straight towards him. So Spuds find an early out here. It'll bring up Declan Weisner now. Weisner started things off last inning with a base hit. Counted for a run. Eventually with the bases loaded for the Pios. Weisner, the designated hitter. First pitch stays high for ball number 1. One-0 count. Big swing and a miss. Moved the count to 1-1. Coming into this game, Tatum had 18 strikeouts. Moved that number to 21 now. So he's already picked up 3 as that pitch is swung on and fouled back. 1-2. Now the count. Beautiful day out here in Caldwell, as I mentioned earlier. Temperature's a little bit lower than the first 2 games, sitting in the upper 80s. Not a cloud in sight for another day. The 1-2 swung on towards short. Schwartzberg fields that one and flips it over to Flynn at first for the second out. So good play there from the shortstop Schwartzberg. Fields that one on the run for out number 2. So now comes in Alex Zerfus. He also had a single in second. Came around the bases and scored for the Pioneers as well. So with 2 outs and no runners on, here comes the first pitch from Tatum. It slips outside for ball 1. One-0 count. That one will find the strike zone, even it up now at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Swung on towards right field. That's Danielewicz moving left to right. It will be foul, and Danielewicz can't get underneath that one in time. So it'll go down as strike number 2 as Danielewicz was hustling over there to deep right foul territory, but couldn't get underneath it. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. To Alex Zerfus. Zerfus had to return back to the plate after he kind of took off to first. That one just stayed foul in right field. 1-2 pitch. Tatum swung on and fouled back. Keep the count at 1-2. Before this inning started here at the Spuds, we like to honor all active military, retired military, and we have a World War II veteran season ticket holder. Comes out here basically every game, no matter the weather. Pretty cool to see him here every game. That one's swung on towards shortstop, fielded off, but Peyton Flynn had to come off the bag.
Third baseman, number 16,
So the out can't be made there. So Schwartzberg tossed there, running across his body to first. Wasn't on the bag, so it'll be a base hit there for Zerfis. He's now got 2 of them on his day. So now Ryan Callahan with 2 outs and a runner at first takes that first ball in there for a strike. So the 0-1 with 2 outs. Tatum to Callahan. Just outside to move the count to 1-1. Callahan had a single last inning in the second. Plays his college ball at the University of Kansas. Batting .284 on the season. That pitch swung on from Callahan and missed. Now a 1-2. Tatum delivers the 1-2. Swung on, it'll be fouled towards left field, out of play. Keep the count at 1-2. With 2 outs still here in the top of the third. Pioneers lead this one 2 runs to nothing. Spuds still no hits. Pioneers early 5 hits. 1-2 pitch, swung on, fouled back. Keep the count once again at 1-2. Umpire goes towards the dugout of the Spuds to get a couple of new balls. Some decent wind out here at Wolf Field. You can see the flag in right, moving pretty strong. A couple of times the dust has been kicked up and flown onto the field. As that one swung on by Callahan, it'll find the gap into left field for a base hit for Callahan. So back-to-back base hits with 2 outs for the Pioneers. Moves a runner into scoring position. And Tyler Mead will now step into the box for the Pies. So Mead on his season, 5 RBIs. He's looking at Tatum with 2 runners on and 2 outs. First pitch swung on, high fly ball towards right. Looks like it'll go out of play. It will. 0-1. So Jameson and Wisner started things off with 2 quick outs. Ben Zerfis picks up a base hit, and then Callahan picks up a base hit. They're the ones standing at first and second. Tatum looks back at second, now delivers the 0-1. Big swing and a miss. 0-2. Now the count. Tatum gets the call, puts the ball in his hand, takes a peek back at second, delivers that one, check swing, stays high. Both umpires say he didn't go. 1-2 the count now. It's Callahan standing at second, it's Zerfis standing at second, taking that lead off. Tatum looks back at him, stares him down for a second, delivers the 1-2. It'll be swung on, fouled straight up and back over our heads up here in the press box. 1-2 will remain. Mead steps back into the box. Mead plays his ball at Gateway Community College. Tatum delivers the 1-2 once more. That one misses high and outside. Even the count 2-2 now. So 6 hits so far for the Pioneers to the Spuds 0. It's a 2-0 lead. It's a 2-2 count, and there's 2 outs. That one will be swung on. So a little bit of a fight here between a long at bat between Mead and Tatum. 2-2 count remains. Spuds wearing their 1967 Caldwell Cubs throwback uniforms. The Cubs used to be a single-A affiliate of the Chicago Cubs in 1967. The retro vibe for the Spuds today. The 2-2 pitch swung on and missed for strikeout number 4 for Tristan Tatum. So the 2-out rally goes nowhere for the Pioneers. 2 runners stranded on base. Nothing going for them. They hold on to that 2-0 lead. We move to the bottom of the third now. Spuds look to get a couple back. Take a short break and be right back with the action. Thanks for tuning in here on Spuds TV. So it's Zach Schwartzberg getting things started for the Spuds here in the bottom of the third. Still no hits for the Spuds. Allen has been dealing on the mound so far as we enter the third. Schwartzberg batting in that 9th spot as he usually does. Right-handed hitter takes that first pitch straight to the... No, actually didn't hit him. Thought it looked like hit him for a second, but Schwartzberg evades that one just barely, being there for ball number 1. Schwartzberg last night was 2 for 3. Good bat for him in game 2 of this series. The 1-0 pitch, that one finds the strike zone. A good fastball from Griffin Allen. 1-1 to count now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch on its way, swung on a high pitch there, but Schwartzberg goes. You could tell he kind of tried to pull back there late, but obviously not in time. Count now 1-2. Schwartzberg, top 3 in the team in batting average, .309. 97 at-bats, 30 hits. He's got 6 doubles. That pitch high. Schwartzberg doesn't go there. 2-2 now. Two balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff hitter here in the third inning. Schwartzberg swings on that one, fouls it back, bounces off the post, and will go over our heads out of play. Schwartzberg will readjust his helmet, make his way back into the box as Allen steps back onto the mound. Spuds trail this one by 2 early. Have out-hit the Pioneers in both games despite losing last night's. That pitch way high over the head of Schwartzberg, now a full count. But the hitting numbers tonight have been the opposite of the last two nights. It's a 6-0 advantage to the Pios. Three balls, two strikes. Allen delivers. Schwartzberg, big swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Griffin Allen as he keeps his good day on the mound going.
Top of the order for the Spuds, left fielder number 9, Tyler Castelli.
So with one out, it's the top of the lineup back up for the Spuds, Tyler Castelli. Castelli walked earlier, stole a bag, made it to third, but was stranded there. He swings on that one straight to the second baseman, Tyler Mead. A routine play, tosses over to first in time. So a quick out.
Right fielder number 13, Lucas Daniel Webb.
So with two outs now and nobody on, Lucas Danielwick steps to the box for the Spuds. Danielwick's 0-1 with the strikeout today, batting in that third spot. That first pitch stays high for ball number 1. Danielwick's the right fielder out of Mesa Community College. Still no hits. Oh, that one drops in high. Hits Danielwick straight in the head. Scary one there, but seems to be all right. Tosses his bat behind his head. Probably a little bit of frustration. Makes his way to first base nonetheless. Seems to be all right. So now a runner on for the Spuds. It's Owen Bischoff due up in the batter's box with two outs here in the bottom of the third. Bischoff last night went 2 for 5, picked up an RBI and scored 2 runs in the 5-3 loss. Center fielder on the season, batting .270. His 28th game appearance. That pitch misses high, 1-0. Allen takes a peek over at first to Danielwick. That pitch misses high and inside. Back-to-back balls here to Owen Bischoff. Closing in on 6 o'clock local time. About an hour deep here in this third game. That pitch goes straight through the legs of catcher Connor Dowdy, so it'll allow Danielwick to jog over there to second and now stands in scoring position with a 3-0 count to Owen Bischoff. Spuds looking to get 1 or 2 back as they still trail this one by 2 runs. Still looking for their first hit. 3-0 pitch from Allen. That'll find the strike zone. Bischoff dropped his bat and started taking his gloves off. Has to return and strap those things back on as that one was in there for strike 1. So he picks his bat back up, steps back into the box with the count at 3-1. 3-1 pitch, swung on straight towards center. That'll find the gap. Here comes Danielwick rounding third. He's sent home. Center fielder Smelko. No throw will be made. It'll be an RBI single with 2 outs for Owen Bischoff. So the Spuds get one back, move the score to 1-2 now.
Number 34, Tyler Stowe.
So Bischoff probably glad that that pitch he thought went in there for a ball was called a strike because he picks up the RBI single with 2 outs. So now comes Tyler Stone once more following the RBI single First pitch to Stone, catches outside of the strike zone, strike number 1. Allen 4 strikeouts today. Calls time, looks like his shoe came untied, so he'll tie that one up. Allen out of Grand Canyon University. As I talked about earlier on this season, 33 strikeouts and 33.2 innings pitched. One of the top starting pitchers for the Pioneers. Excuse me, he is the top starting pitcher for the Pioneers, the ace. The 0-1, there goes the runner. Bischoff to second. The throw in time for the third out. So a good toss there from catcher Connor Dowdy as he picks off the runner at second for the third out. The Spuds get one back after the RBI single from Bischoff. Bats home Daniel Wicks. Move to the 4th inning. Spuds get one back. Take a short break. So the catcher, Connor Dowdy, after making the great throw from home to second for the pickoff and to end the 3rd inning, now steps into the plate for the Pios. First pitch his way. That'll find the strike zone. Good fastball there from Tatum. You know I like to keep track of the trains. Here comes number 2 on this Sunday afternoon. 0-1 pitch, swung on, fouled back. 0-2 start, Tatum to Dowdy. So Tatum looking for his 5th strikeout. The 0-2, 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Tatum picks up that 5th K of his day. So Dowdy strikes out looking, and now comes Jason Luke. Luke had an RBI single there in the 2nd. Luke playing out of Salt Lake Community College. First pitch, whoa, way high and outside. A diving attempt there from catcher Mandeville, but gets away, hits the backstop for ball 1.
Just a bit outside.
1 ball, no strikes. That one stays high. 2-0 the count. This is the 6th game these two teams have faced off all year. Pioneers getting the best of the Spuds, 4 wins to 1. It's game 3 of this series. This count moves to 3-0. It's a 5-game home stretch for the Spuds. The 3-0, that will find the strike zone. It's 3-1 now, so the Spuds, after finishing this series on a Tuesday, the 12th, will go back on the road on the 15th to Casper, play them for 3 games, and then to North Platte, play them for 3 games. That pitch in there for ball number 4. It'll be a walk there for Jason Luke. So Luke stands at first with 1 out. Eric Smelko steps into the batter's box.
Center fielder number 7, Eric Smelko.
So as I was saying, Spuds go on the road from the 15th to the 20th, and then we'll be back home on the 22nd for a 9-game home stretch. They play the 22nd through the 30th, and if they're able to clinch that playoff spot, the playoffs will start on August 1st. So a big final 13, 14 games for the Spuds. That one swung on straight to the second baseman, flipped to second. Schwartzberg tosses over to first. The Spuds are able to turn 2 to get out of the inning. We'll move to the bottom of the 4th. A good play there as Billingsley fields it, flips it to Schwartzberg, and Schwartzberg delivers it to first in time for the double play. So we'll move now to the bottom of the 4th. Pioneers still lead this one 2-1. Take a short break and be right back with the action here on Spuds TV. Thanks for tuning in. Tyler Stone will step into the box with his Stone Cold Steve Austin walk-up song. Stone was the last batter of the 3rd, but it was a pickoff attempt for out number 3, so he steps into the box. Gets a fresh count now, looking at Griffin Allen. First pitch, misses outside, ball 1. So Stone, nothing going tonight. Just one hit for the Spuds. It was Owen Bischoff's single that accounted for a run, brought in Lucas Danielwicks. It's a 2-1 ball game, and Stone swings on that one and misses. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Leadoff hitter here, Tyler Stone, back-to-back strikes there for Stone. Count now at 1-2. Stone, the designated hitter in that cleanup spot, as he usually is, takes that one in the dirt, 2-2. Stone played ball at Gonzaga, but in the transfer portal as of now. So 2-2 the count. Allen takes a deep breath and now delivers the 2-2. It swung on straight towards the second baseman, Tyler Mead. Fields it. Stone will not be able to make it to first in time. So a little bit of a chopper there. 1 hops towards second. Mead able to make the play for out number 1.
The catcher, number 12, Matt Mandeville.
So that first pitch now to Matthew Mandeville stays upstairs for ball number 1. So the 1-0 swung on, fouled straight back and over the head here in the press box. Count even up now at 1 ball and 1 strike. Mandeville batting in that 5th spot here tonight. Last night came in as a pinch hitter 0 for 2. Struck out once. Here comes the 1-1. Big swing and a miss from him. 1 and 2. Now the count. Griffin Allen, 4 strikeouts so far. Just 1 hit against him. 2-1 ball game with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. That pitch stays high and inside. So ball, strike, ball. Excuse me, strike, ball, strike, ball. Leaves the count at 2 and 2. Allen delivers once more to Mandeville. He'll swing on that one. It's straight to right field. That's right to the right fielder, Zerfist. Barely even has to move to make the play there for out number 2. So Mandeville pops out. It's 2 quick outs. And now Peyton Flynn, the first baseman out of Montana State University of Billings, will step into the box. Spuds scored their 1 run with 2 outs and nobody on in the last inning. It was Danielix who got hit by the pitch, and then Bischoff batted him home. It's a 1-0 start to Flynn. 1-0 swung on and missed. 1 and 1 now. 1-1 with 2 outs. That one swung on, fouled back this time from Flynn. Peyton Flynn on the year, batting .241, 79 at-bats, 19 hits for him. 1 ball, 2 strikes, Allen to Flynn. 2 on its way, big swing and a miss. Griffin Allen's 5th strikeout here tonight. So Spuds go 3 up, 3 down. Move now to the top of the 5th as they still hold on to that 2-1 lead. We'll take a short break. Thanks for tuning in here on Spuds TV. So we now enter the top of the 5th. Here, 6:11 local time. About an hour and 8 minutes into this ball game, already entering the 5th inning. First pitch to Jace Jeremiah. Outside, ball 1.
Multiple RBIs and multiple bases. A line out to first. And the second struck out looking.
The 1-0 just misses low. It'll be 2 balls, no strikes. Starting things off here in the top of the 5th. Jeremiah, no hits for him tonight. The Pioneers 6 hits. That one swung on high towards center field. Should be an easy grab made from center fielder Owen Bischoff. Watches that one, tracks it down, and makes the grab for out number 1.
First baseman. Was it Jamison?
Shane Jamison, one away.
Number 19, Shane Jamison.
So with 1 down, Shane Jamison now comes to the plate. No runners on.
I don't need no music, no nothing. Just got the
Game 3 here on this Sunday afternoon. As I mentioned, no clouds in the sky. Really a great day for some baseball. Temperature is 87, a little bit warm, but nothing too terrible. 0-1 count. Second one swung on, fouled over our heads. Move the count now to 0 balls and 2 strikes.
It's a delayed strike call that gets
0-2 just stays high and outside. It'll be ball number 1 of this at bat to Shane Jamison. Jamison out of Seattle University. He plays first base for the Pioneers. That one swung on, similar spot, high center field. Owen Bischoff looks to make another grab, and he does. So now 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Spuds looking to go 3 up, 3 down. It's Declan Weisner now, the designated hitter. He'll look at Tatum once more. Thanks for tuning in here on Spuds TV. If you're with us last night, as that one swung on towards left field, Castelli makes up and makes the grab. As I was mentioning, if you're with us last night, I know we ran through some technical difficulties, running smoothly so far. Not to jinx it. It's 3 up, 3 down for the Pios. We move to the bottom. Score still sits at 2-1. Take a short break and be right back. So back to the action here as we're in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's a 2-1 ball game. Pioneers scoring their 2 runs in the second. Spuds getting one back in the third. It's Gabe Garrett taking the first pitch, shows bunt, lays it down the third base line. Garrett showing the speed in there safely. Successful bunt there from Gabe Garrett. Count it as a base hit. So first pitch, a successful bunt there from Gabe Garrett. It's hit number 2 for the Spuds. Now Riker Billingsley out of UC Riverside. Steps into the box, the lefty wearing number 8. Led things off in the lineup last night, went 1 for 4. So now with no outs and Garrett standing at first, he will look at Griffin Allen. Gabe Garrett there showing the speed. Another bunt shown, but that pitch way inside, so Billingsley pulls back in there for ball 1. One-0 count. Bunt is shown by Billingsley. Infield slowly moves in. We'll see if he lays it down. Pitch high. Throw there down to first from catcher Dowdy. Was a little high. A leaping grab made by Shane Jamison to avoid allowing Garrett maybe to take off to second. 2-0 the count now. So Billingsley has shown bunt twice. And he'll show it once more. Pitch inside, 3-0. So not sure if, I guess I'm not really sure if Griffin Allen's getting his head here now. Can't throw a strike with Billingsley showing the bunt. So we'll see if Billingsley goes bunt once more. He will. That one stays high. It'll be a 4-pitch walk. So no outs, 4 pitches. Billingsley now makes his way to a first after showing bunt 4 times in a row.
The shortstop number 2, Zach Schwartzberg.
So Coach Alex Iniguez comes out and gives the runners as well as the hitter a little bit of a signal. So Garrett lays down the bunt. Billingsley shows bunt. And now you'd expect Schwartzberg to lay down a bunt with runners on first and second and no outs. Home plate umpire making a couple of corrections in his notes. It's 2 runners on, no outs. Spuds trail Y1. Schwartzberg out of Saddleback Community College. Last night, 2 for 3 in that 9th spot. Here comes the first pitch. Allen to Schwartzberg. The bunt is shown. Lays it down, pops up straight to the pitcher. Fake throw to third, and the throw goes over the head at first. So a successful bunt will load the bases as Schwartzberg So bases loaded, nobody out. It was a bunt by Garrett, and then a walk to Billingsley, and now a bunt there by Schwartzberg as Allen fields that one, did a little pump fake to third, realized that Garrett was in there plenty of time, and then lobs it over the head of Jamison's head at first base. So it's now the top of the lineup for the Spuds with the bases loaded. It's Tyler Castelli looking to bat some runners in and maybe take the lead here for the first time tonight. It'll be the first lead tonight, and it'd be the first lead in about 14 innings for the Spuds. So that last one goes down as an error. First pitch to Castelli, misses high and outside, ball number 1. So a similar situation, but this time for the Spuds. The Pioneers had the bases loaded with no outs and walked a run in. So with 1-0 count, we'll see what happens here. Allen to Castelli. That one swung on straight towards center field. The center fielder Smelko makes the grab. Runner will tag up and make his way home. Slides in safely. And it's a tie ball game. So a sacrifice fly there for Tyler Castelli. Gets the job done to even this ball game up at 2.
Right fielder number 13, Lucas Daniel Webb.
So now with 1 out, bases will have runners at first and second. As Garrett makes his way home, scores a run, and now Lucas Danielewicz will look at Griffin Allen. First pitch swung on, fouled right and out of play. 0-1. Decent crowd out here at Wolf Field on this Sunday afternoon. Fans trying to find shade where they can in this ballpark, and the Brave fans sitting in the sun, hopefully wearing sunscreen. Here comes the 0-1. That one stays high. Even it up at 1-1 now. Danielewicz on the season, 14 RBIs for him, batting .294. That pitch, that'll drop in there. Good slider there from pitcher Griffin Allen. 1-2 now the count. Pio scored 2 in the second. The Spuds got 1 in the third and then just picked up their second run, a tie ball game 2-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one high inside, almost makes contact there with Daniewicz's shoulder, but in there for ball number 2. So even 2-2 with 1 out. That one swung on by Danielewicz. It'll be right field out of play. Time called here by the umpire. He'll walk over, grab a couple of balls from Spuds ball boys, bat boys rather. Count still stands at 2-2. Allen 5 strikeouts so far here in 5th inning. Still just 1 out. It's Owen Bischoff on deck for the Spuds. 2-2 swung on. It'll find the gap to right field. It'll advance the runners and the bases will be loaded once more. So bases loaded again the second time this inning as Danielewicz picks up the single to right.
The center fielder, number 1, Owen Bischoff.
So now Owen Bischoff, golden opportunity to take the lead here for the Spuds. Bischoff 2 for 5 last night, batting .270 on the season. He's got 12 RBIs. Comes the first pitch. That one stays high for ball number 1. Bischoff wearing that number 1 for the Spuds in their Caldwell Cubs throwback uniforms. Playing his ball this year at Western Oregon University. Played at Yakima last season. The 1-0, that finds the outside corner for strike number 1. So the even 1-1 count. Allen to Bischoff. Third pitch of the at-bat, it's on its way. Bischoff swings on that one, fouls it straight back into the safety net. Rolls back out there in play. Dowdy will come out, grab it, give it back to the umpire. 1-2 the count. So it's Tyler Stone on deck for the Spuds. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch on its way. Bischoff takes that one outside, even the count up again, 2-2. Bischoff steps back into the box. Takes his stance. Allen gets the call and will deliver the 2-2. Bischoff swings on that one, fouls it back up and out of play. Count will stay at 2-2. Keep this battle between Bischoff and Allen alive. Two balls, two strikes, one out, bases juiced. Even 2-2 ball game. 2-2 on its way. Big swing and a miss. A big strikeout there from Griffin Allen. The strikeout gets Bischoff swinging, his 6th of the day. But now comes the designated hitter, Tyler Stone.
The designated hitter number 34, Tyler Stone.
Stone has that home run power. He's got 5 on the season, and I know you guys are tuning in online, but it kind of smells like a grand slam here at Wolf Field. No hits thus far for Stone. First pitch his way, misses outside for ball number 1. The count starts at 1-0.
Big
1-0 count on its way. Stone swings at that one, can't make any contact. Moving the count at 1-1. So it seems Allen's been going to the changeup to Stone in his 3 at-bats now. 1-1 pitch to Stone. He'll swing on that one, foul it straight back. Count now moves to 1-2. So it's Billingsley over there at third, Schwartzberg at second, and Daniel Wick stands at first. Castelli had the sacrifice fly to score the run, batted home Gabe Garrett earlier in this inning. 1-2 count. Bases loaded. 1-2 on its way. Swung on and missed. A big strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts for Allen to get out of the inning. 3 runners stranded, bases loaded. Spuds can only convert 1 run. So it's tie ball game. We now enter the 6th inning. Take a short break and be right back with the action. So with the bases loaded there, the Spuds only able to convert 1 run. It's a tie ball game now out here at Wolf Field. It's Tatum to Alex Zerfus. Zerfus got 2 singles today. That one swung on straight to the shortstop. Schwartzberg fields it cleanly, tosses over to first. Flynn makes the grab low to the ground for out number 1. So that was the longest inning so far today. Been pretty quick going other than that. Now comes Ryan Callahan. He also has a couple of singles today. First pitch, that one straight in the center of the strike zone. Good pitch there from Tatum. 0-1 and train number 3. About halfway through the game here. Just over halfway through the game, rather. And 3 trains thus far. That pitch outside, 1-1, the count. Tatum to Callahan. Callahan swings on that one towards left field. That's Castelli moving up a couple of steps, making the grab for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the 6th. Brings up Tyler Mead out of Gateway Community College. Just a few pitches from Tatum this inning has accounted for 2 outs. It's a ground out to short and then a pop out to left. First pitch to Mead, swung on and missed. Slider was dirty there as Mandeville slid all the way to that other batter's box and still got Mead to swing at that one. No balls, 1 strike. That one, another big swing and a miss. Tatum 5 strikeouts today. A little bit of a pitcher's battle strikeout-wise. Tatum's got 5, Allen's got 7. The 0-2 swung on, fouled back. Mead stays alive. Count stays at 0-2. Tatum steps off the mound there. Steps back on now. 0-2 on its way, swung on. It's a high fly ball to center right. That's the second baseman, Billingsley, just making the grab in the grass for out number 3. So not many pitches needed there in the top of the 6th. We move to the bottom as the Spuds now have an opportunity to take the lead as this game is tied at 2-2. We'll take a short break and be right back with the action here on Spuds TV. Thanks for tuning in. So Allen closes in on 90 pitches, still stays out here for the 6th. Shout out to PNW Sounder. I've seen you drop that Go Spuds just about every game we've had. Loyal fan there. Thanks for tuning in. It's Matthew Mandeville leading things off here for the Spuds. It's the catcher out of Cal State East Bay. First pitch on its way. He'll swing on that one. Fouled off down that third base line. 0-1 the count. Mandeville 0 for 2 tonight. It's a tie ball game. The Pioneers scored 2 in the 2nd. That one swung on by Mandeville. 0-2 the count. The Spuds runs coming in the 3rd and then in the 5th. Pioneers 6 hits to the Spuds 3. 1 error for the Pios. 0-2 the count. Allen to Mandeville. That one misses high and just a bit outside for ball number 1. And can't see it now, but it is train number 4 entering your screen, moving right to left. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Allen to Mandeville. Mandeville watches that one just miss outside. Now 2-2. This train's moving a little bit slow, but coming for the record. The games I've called, I believe, if my memory serves me right, 5 was the maximum that I've seen cross Wolf Field during a ball game. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Mandeville, big swing and a miss. It's strikeout number 8 for Griffin Allen. He's been dealing in the zone. Out number 1 here in the 6th.
First baseman number 10, Peyton Flynn.
So now with 1 out, Peyton Flynn enters the ball game. First pitch to Flynn, swung on, fouled up and out by Peyton Flynn. Start the count at 0-1. Flynn, the first baseman out of Montana State University of Billings. Second pitch, he'll swing on that one and miss it. So 0-2, Allen to Flynn. Last at bat, it was a 1-2 count to Mandeville, and he struck out swing. Flynn steps back in, looks to pick up a hit, maybe start something here for the Spuds in the bottom of the 6th. Game tied at 2 runs to 2 runs. That one way high, gets out of the glove of Connor Dowdy, the catcher there, 1-2. So a similar at bat for Mandeville, or excuse me, for Flynn as it was for Mandeville. 1 ball and 2 strikes. This time, 1 out. Series all tied up 1-1. One of these teams looking to take the advantage here today. 1-2 pitch to Flynn, check swing, misses outside. 2-2 now. Good work there from Flynn, holding back on that one. Two balls, 2 strikes. Allen to Flynn. Check swing. Home plate umpire said he went. So the home plate umpire kind of gave that safe signal. Flynn thought he was all right, didn't even take off to first. Nonetheless, it's number 9, strikeout number 9 for Griffin Allen.
Third baseman number 15, Gabe Garrett.
So with 2 outs and no runners on, it's Gabe Garrett now following back-to-back strikeouts from Griffin Allen. That pitch drops in there, strike number 1. Two balls and 1 strike. Big swing and a miss there from the third baseman, Garrett. 0-2 the count. Garrett has one of the 3 hits so far for the Spuds. Had a single earlier today off of a bunt. 0-2, swung on. It'll go towards the shortstop, Jace Jeremiah. Slides over, fields the ball, and flips it over for out number 3. It's 3 up, 3 down. Might be the last inning of Griffin Allen. If it is, he has 9 strikeouts and has allowed just 3 hits. So that'll end the 6th. We move to the 7th. Still that 2-2 ball game. Take a short break and be right back. Thanks for tuning in. Well, on the left side of the screen, kind of hard to see the potato chip going on. Staple inning entertainment as, oh, what a chip there. One of the coaches from a local baseball team here chips the mini potato in the hula hoop and wins a free t-shirt.
The catcher, number 25, Connor Dowdy.
So it'll be Connor Dowdy starting things here in the 7th. First pitch swung on, slides out and away. Strike number 1.
Yeah, this one's with Nick. Wait. Let's go.
The 0-1 pitch, another good-looking pitch. Move the count to 0-2. Dowdy out of Trevecca Nazarene. Nothing for him tonight. Pioneers still sitting at 6 hits. They've been halted at 6 for a while now after going hot early. That one swung on and fouled off. Keep the count at 0-2. Swung on and chopped to the pitcher Tatum. Fields that one and tosses it over to first for out number 1 of this inning.
Left fielder, number 1, Jason Luke.
So now the bottom of the lineup is Jason Luke, batting in that 9th spot. He had an RBI single in the 2nd. First pitch to Luke, he'll swing on. It'll be a single straight up to center field gap. It's another base hit for Jason Luke. So now the top of the lineup due up for the Pioneers with a runner on first.
Center fielder, number 7, Eric Smelko.
It's Eric Smelko, the lefty, wearing number 7 out of Cal State Dominguez Hills. Smelko, the designated beer batter here at Wolf Field. A strikeout will award all people in the crowd 50% off pub beer, but that won't be the case as he lines that one to right. It'll be back-to-back base hits for the Pios. So I think I kind of jinxed Tatum on the mound. I was saying how this Pioneers bats have gone cold, but then it's back-to-back singles and a runner now stands in scoring position. Mandeville comes out and has a chat with Tatum. He's in his 7th inning of pitching. Just a couple of words. Turns back to the plate. So now Jace Jeremiah will follow the back-to-back singles here in the 7th with 1 out. Tatum looks back at second, delivers the first pitch of the at-bat. That one catches the outside of the strike zone. 0-1 the count.
No way they called that a strike. Okay. Are you serious?
0 balls and 1 strike.
So 0-1 to Jeremiah.
It's 1 out. The slider finding the strike zone there from Tristan Tatum. That one swung on straight to the shortstop. Schwartzberg slipped it to second. Could turn 2, but a bad throw. It'll score a run for the Pios. So what should have been a double play. So chaos. They're not sure. I looked away to add a run to the scoreboard. Jeremiah is safe at third. So a tag at second is the second out of the inning. But Schwartzberg throw to Peyton Flynn at first, bounces over his head. And then Jeremiah ends up at third. That first pitch will be swung on to shallow right. Should be a grab made from right fielder Daniel Wicks. It does. It'll end the inning, but not before the Pioneers get one back off of the error. So it's a 3-2 ball game now as we move to the bottom of the seventh. Schwartzberg, errant toss to Flynn, scores another run for the Piles. We'll take a short break. Now a one-run ball game as the crowd stands up to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Stay tuned. So a pitching change made here for the Pioneers. Could have seen that one coming. It's Gunnar Nartker coming in for Allen. Allen dealed 9 strikeouts. So now Nartker comes in for relief. His first batter he'll face is Riker Billingsley. Count starts at 1-0. Pios scored a run there off of the error. It was a toss from Schwartzberg, and Flynn couldn't scoop it at first. 1 ball, no strikes. Nartker to Billingsley. That one low and skips in the dirt again. So 2-0. Nartker coming in to relieve his 6th game. He's pitched 21 innings in a clean 3.0 ERA. Usually a starter. Comes in as the reliever here today. So it's a 3-2 ball game. Spuds trail. 2-0 pitch to Billingsley. Another one straight to the dirt. So 3 pitches to start Nartker's day. They've all gone into the dirt, but not necessarily dirt out here at Wolf Field. It's turf infield. So 3 balls and no strikes another one. Just 4 pitches straight into the dirt. It'll be a leadoff walk to start things off here in the bottom of the 7th. So Billingsley draws the walk. Now Zachary Schwartzberg out of Saddleback Community College will step into the box with nobody down and a runner on. So the first pitch, man, 5 pitches for Nartker. All have skipped into the dirt. It'll be a quick mound visit from the coach for the Pioneers, as Nartker can't find the strike zone, just finding the dirt. Nartker plays his college ball at Garden City Community College. He's throwing it to Schwartzberg.
7 o'clock for game 4 between the Pioneers and your Canyon County Spuds. It's P1 FCU Credit Union food drive tomorrow night. Bring a non-perishable can of food. You're going to get a complimentary ticket to the game. That's tomorrow night right here, 7 o'clock at Wolffield.
So score recap, Pioneers scoring 2 in the 2nd, then 1 more here in the 7th. Bunt shown from Schwartzberg, laid down kind of right towards the pitcher. Nartker throws it high, safe. So Jamison jumped off the bag and then had to throw the tag down on Schwartzberg, but Schwartzberg made it to the base in time. Immediately the coach for Pios runs out to argue with the ump. Nonetheless, Schwartzberg will stand at first. Looks like he's a little shaken up after getting tagged pretty hard, running full speed straight into that glove. So that'll go down as the 2nd error for the Pios.
Top of the order for the Spuds for the left fielder, number 9, Tyler Castelli.
So now the top of the lineup back for the Spuds after the error committed there by pitcher Nartker. So nothing going Nartker's way. Another bunt shown here from Castelli. He'll tap that one off, and then the throw, it'll be a pickle. Here comes Billingsley. He'll be safe. So Billingsley throwing, he looked like it was a guaranteed out. It was a great heads-up play by catcher Connor Dowdy. But Billingsley finds a way to get out of that pickle, throws a juke on third baseman Callahan and slides in safely. So the count will be at 0-1. Still no outs. Castelli in the box. Castelli had an RBI sac fly earlier, brings out the bunt again. That one laid down, it'll go straight to pitcher Nartker. He'll throw it to first this time. A good throw. It'll be out number 1, but it's Castelli gets his job done. Alex Iniguez coming out having a chat with the infield ump. Not exactly sure what he's arguing for. So the umpire's having a chat. Castelli actually is still standing at first base. He is called out. I think that the Spuds were trying to argue that Jamison foot left the bag to make that grab, but umpires say no. It's out number 1, and in comes Lucas Danielewicz. So the bunt successfully advances both the runners. Now the first pitch to Danielewicz skips the dirt for ball 1. So Nartker, seriously, that's probably 8 pitches into the dirt now. kind of in his own head right now. Can't find that strike zone. I mean, on the season, he's dealt 17 strikeouts in his 5-game appearances, 21 innings for him. That pitch misses outside, 2-0 now the count. So it's a 3-2 ball game after the Payos scored 1 run to retake that lead off of an error. Spud scored 1 in the 3rd and 1 in the 5th. That pitch, that'll find the strike zone. The upper corner there from Nartker. So Danielix today had an RBI single. He's out of Mesa Community College. The 2-1 will be swung on and fouled right field out of play. Count even at 2-2. So 2 runners in scoring position. It's Billingsley standing at third after he successfully evaded a pickle. Impressive running from him. The 2-2 swung on. It bounces off the mound. It's a throw home. It's another pickle. There goes the tag attempt from catcher Dowdy. So Danielix makes his way to second. The fielder's choice as Billingsley caught out at home. So as the 1 hop off the mound to second baseman Meade, who throws it home. Then Dowdy chases down Billingsley, makes the tag, allows Danielix to make it to second.
2 outs for Bischoff.
Now 2 outs.
1 for 3 with an RBI single. The tie and go-ahead runner. Runners are in scoring position.
So now Owen Bischoff, 2 outs, 2 on, trailing by 1. First pitch stays low for ball number 1. Bischoff had an RBI single. He's 1 for 3. Center fielder. Batting third in the lineup. So with 2 outs, he looks to tie this game up, but he'll swing on that one, pop straight up towards first baseman Shane Jamison, moving over, and he gets underneath it for out number 3. So the Spuds fail to convert with 2 runners in scoring position. Impressive fielding and pitching there from the Payos. They're able to limit the damage to nothing. So 3-2 ball game as we move to the 8th. We'll take a short break and be right back with the action.
Don't you
So now as we enter the 8th inning, it's a pitching change for the Canyon County Spuds. Tristan Tatum's day over, 5 strikeouts. In comes Cade Castillo. Castillo pitched in game 1 of this series. Comes in here in the top of the 8th, trailing 1 run. So the underarm, sidearm approach from Castillo drops in there for strike 1. He's pitching to Declan Wisner, 1 for 3, had a single back in the 2nd inning. So the 0-1 on its way, misses, no, excuse me, that one catches the lower corner of the strike zone, 0-2 now.
I mean, that's not even close. That's 2 balls off the plate.
0 balls and 2 strikes to start things off here in the top of the 8th. That one swung on by Wisner, high fly towards first foul territory. There goes the second baseman Billingsley making the grab in foul territory for out number 1.
Right fielder, number 23, Alex Zerfis.
Way different.
Thank you.
1-1 compared to 0-2.
So 1 up, 1 down to start here in the top of 8. Alex Zerfis. He's got 2 singles.
3-2 game.
Now we'll step into the box. Zerfis out of Gonzaga.
Enjoy your new life in Gary.
You sent him to us? We got him now?
It's going to be your spotter.
That pitch from Castillo finds the inside of the strike zone. 0-1 now the count.
First pitch strike to Zerfis.
So Castillo coming in and dealing some strikes. That pitch also finds the strike zone, 0-2. So Castillo starting off on fire here. 3-2 the score.
Paul Pandero warming up out of the pen. I wonder if Tony leans on him for 2. And Narker just a little spot in so he can still make his scheduled start on Tuesday.
2 errors for the Pioneers and 1 error for the Spuds. That 1 error scored a run for the Pios in the 7th. That one swung on. It looks like it'll find the gap to right. A sliding play. The grab can't be made. Just barely bounces out of Daniel Wick's glove. It'll be another base hit for Zerfis as he keeps his day going.
Third baseman, number 16, Ryan Callahan.
So now Ryan Callahan out of University of Kansas steps into the box. The runner on first and 1 out. 7:06 local time. 2 hours into this ball game. First pitch swung on towards right. There's Daniel Wicks moving back, making the grab. It'll hold up Zerfis at first. Now 2 down here in the 8th. So Tyler Mead will follow up the fly out to right. And Zerfis will stand at first still. Now sunlight all game here today on Sunday. Sunday starting at 5:05 rather than the usual 7:05. Runner is set, but that one swung towards right field. Almost identical spot. Grab made once more from Lucas Danielwicks to end the inning. So 4 batters, 3 outs. The score still stays at 3-2. We move now to the bottom of the inning. Spuds still trail 1. They look to take the lead back here. We'll take a short break and be right back with the action. So in comes the closer
23 strikeouts to
for the Pioneers. It's Paul Panduro on the mound now, coming in for Gunnar Nartker. Nartker pitched 1 inning, struggled to find the strike zone, didn't allow any runs. But now Paul Panduro will stand on the mound wearing number 21 for the Pioneers. Panduro last night came in and got the save, pitched that final inning, 1 strikeout. Didn't allow any hits. So he's looking for another good 2 innings here tonight. It's a 3-2 ball game. It's Tyler Stone starting things for the Spuds. Stone hasn't found anything on the bat here tonight. Panduro's first pitch is in there for a strike. So an 0-1 count to Tyler Stone. Stone last night, 3 for 5, but nothing going for him today. So a 1-1 count. Pitch on its way to Stone. He'll swing on that one deep towards center field. That's Smelko going back and left and making the grab easily. So Panduro starts with 1 out. Now comes Matthew Mandeville with 1 out, no runners on, still trailing by 1 run here in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch to Mandeville, Panduro fastball straight there into the strike zone. Oh, 1 count. High fastball calls for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. Panduro to Mandeville. 1-1 on its way. That one stays high again. Move the count to 2-1. So the Spuds 1-4 on the season against these Western Nebraska Pioneers. It's a 1-1 series in this 5-game stretch. Spuds just 3 hits today. The 2-1 misses outside. A 3-1 count. Now Panduro to Mandeville. Spuds only 3 hits to the Pios 9. Struggled to find runners on base. He'll swing on that one. It'll come straight up into the air, just about on top of us here in the press box. It's a full count now. Panduro to Mandeville. Mandeville out of Cal State East Bay. Full count pitch, big swing and a miss. It's strikeout number 3 for Matthew Mandeville. Struggling here today. It's the first strikeout for Paul Panduro. 2nd out here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
First baseman number 10, Peyton Flynn.
So now Peyton Flynn steps into the box with 2 outs, no runners on. Looking to maybe get something started. First pitch, big swing and a miss from Peyton Flynn. So Panduro coming in and pounding that strike zone with that fastball. 0-1 pitch, swung on deep towards right field. There goes Zerfis moving left to right against that foul line, making the grab. 3 up, 3 down to start the Sabre Paul Panduro's night. We'll move to the final, potentially final inning. Take a short break and be right back with the action. So we enter the ninth. In comes Blake McFadden, the stud pitcher for the Spuds. Only one run against him all year, a .57 ERA and 15.2 innings pitched. Not only is McFadden in, but new catcher is Jeremy Keller behind the plate. It's Connor Dowdy, the first batter McFadden will face. First pitch, strike number 1. So the 12th appearance for McFadden. He's allowed 10 hits and that 1 run, as I mentioned, 28 strikeouts for him. Big swing and a miss. Early 0-2, McFadden to Dowdy. So Castillo came in, just a short stint for him. And now McFadden on the mound for the Spuds. McFadden out of NNU. 0-2 count. Just misses outside, 1-2. So the Spuds scored 1 in the 3rd, 1 more in the 5th. Pios scored 2 runs in the 2nd and 1 in the 7th. The 1 in the 7th came off of an error. Throw from Schwartzberg to Flynn. Couldn't be corralled at first. There you go, strike number 3 for Blake McFadden. Showing his dominance of the first at-bat. So 1 down, in comes Jason Luke. Luke's having a solid day. 2 singles and an RBI for him. So the lefty Jason Luke now will look at the lefty Blake McFadden on the mound. McFadden, I believe, is the only lefty pitcher that we have on our roster. That one swung on, a diving play by Billingsley at second. Or towards right field. It's another base hit there for Jason Luke. So Luke keeps his bat alive. 3 singles now for him. He stands at first with 1 out. In comes the top of the lineup, Eric Smelko. Pickoff attempt to first. Successful. The lefty McFadden. First successful pickoff attempt I've seen here at Wolf Field. Great heads up from Blake. Whips it over to first and tags out Jason Luke for out number 2. So now no runners on. It's still Eric Smelko awaiting that first pitch. First pitch just misses low, 1-0. So the Pios entering double-digit hits now have 10, out hitting the Spuds by 7. The 1-0 misses outside, move it to the 2-0. So one base hit for Smelko today. Here comes the 2-0, swung on towards the pitcher McFadden, off his bare hand, fielded by Billingsley, and tosses over to first for out number 3. So McFadden comes in, allows 1 hit, but then picks off the runner at first. The score stays at 3-2. It's the last chance for your Canyon County Spuds to potentially tie this game or take the lead here in the bottom of the 9th. We'll take a short break. Stay tuned. The last chance for the Spuds to pull off a win or send this one to extras. It'll be Gabe Garrett. He'll be leading things off here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Score at 3-2. Similar to last night, tight all the way through. First pitch, that one high. Garrett ducks away from that one, takes it for ball 1. Panduro came in last inning. Went 3 up, 3 down with a strikeout. So the 1-0 count now to Garrett. That one high and inside. Again, 2-0. Pios jumped out to that 2-0 lead. Spuds got one back in the 3rd. It's a 2-1 ball game until the 5th when the Spuds tied it up, and then the Pios retook that lead in the 7th off of an error. The 2-0, that one finds the strike zone. 2-1 the count. Two balls, 1 strike. Leadoff hitter in the 9th. Swung on it straight to the shortstop, Jeremiah. Fields it. The throw is clean over to first for out number 1. So now game 2 outs from ending here. Chances slowly dwindle for the Spuds. It's Riker Billingsley now to face Paul Panduro.
Second baseman, number 8, Riker Billingsley.
1 down, 1-run ball game. Riker Billingsley nothing tonight. On the season, Billingsley batting .231. Last night was 1 for 4. He's got 9 hits in his 39 at-bats. Here comes the 0-0. That one finds the outside of the strike zone. 0-1. Zero balls, 1 strike. That one slides outside. Even the count now at 1 ball and 1 strike. It's last chance for the home team Spuds. Looking for a rally. 1-1 count. Panduro to Billingsley. Big swing and a miss. 1-2 now the count. Billingsley out of UC Riverside. Looking to start the run. The lefty steps back into the box. 1-2 on its way. Billingsley swings on that one. It'll be fouled left and out of play. Billingsley stays alive. Paul Panduro tosses that ball, doesn't like it, gives it back to the ump, gets a fresh one. Billingsley steps back out of the box and now returns back in. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 down here in the bottom of the 9th. 1-2, swung on, it'll find the gap into left field. A diving attempt there from Jace Jeremiah, not able to be made, so a base hit for Billingsley. The tying run now stands at first.
The shortstop, number 2, Zach Schwartzberg.
So now Billingsley single will bring up Zach Schwartzberg, the shortstop out of Saddleback Community College. Schwartzberg looks down at his call sheet, wipes off his gloves, grips that bat, steps into the box. Runner standing at first in Riker Billingsley. 1 down, still that 1-run ball game. Pickoff attempt towards first, no tag even made. Billingsley slides in safely.
Gonna bunt him over or no? Let's get him in scoring position, right?
So the first pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swung on by Schwartzberg, and it'll drop in the gap in right field. It'll advance Billingsley to second. It's back-to-back singles for the Spuds. A little bit of momentum going their way. Now a runner in scoring position, just 180 feet from tying up this game.
Your left fielder, number 9, Tyler Castelli.
So now the top of the lineup for the Spuds. Runner standing at first and second. It's Tyler Castelli. He had a sacrifice fly earlier, counted for an RBI. So Castelli, the left-handed hitter. We'll look at Paul Panduro. First pitch on its way, misses outside to Tyler Castelli. 1-0. So Castelli on the season, batting .261. He's got 7 RBIs. 1-0 the count. Pitch on its way to Castelli. He'll swing on that one, pull it down the right field line. Great play there from first baseman Shane Jamieson. Fields that one tight and close to his body for out number 2 of the inning. So both runners now will stand in scoring position. Castelli kind of limping on his way back. I think he really extended that leg trying to outrun first baseman Shane Jamieson, kind of jogging that one off back to the dugout.
Right fielder, number 13, Lucas Danielwick.
So with 2 outs, 2 runners on, in comes Lucas Danielwick. Danielwick had an RBI single earlier in the game. Doesn't get much closer than this. 2 runners on, 2 outs, 1-run ball game. 7:30 local time. Here comes the first pitch, Panduro to Danielwick. On its way, skips into the dirt low. Good block there from catcher Dowdy. 1-0 the count. So Danielwick, .294 batter, top 5 for the Spuds. He's got 35 hits, 119 at-bats, and 14 RBIs. It's a 1-0 count. 2 outs, 2 runners on. Panduro to Danielwick. That one stays high. Take that one in there for ball 2. Crowd making some noise, trying to put that pressure on Panduro. It's the righty to the righty. 2-0 pitch on its way, swung on, fouled back and out of play. Two balls and 1 strike. Now the count. Pitch on its way, stays high. 3-1, they count now. Hitters count now to Danielwick. 3 balls, 1 strike. It's Bischoff on deck for the Spuds. 3-1 on its way, swung on and fouled back. So it really all comes down to this. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 1-run ball game here in the bottom of the 9th. Danielwick's looking to put the ball to the bat and bring home Riker Billingsley standing at third. The full count. 3-2 pitch on its way. Inside for ball number 4. The whole infield in the dugout hate the call. The bases now will be loaded. Runners on first, second, and third. The full count walk. Owen Bischoff now. Potentially the last hope here for the Spuds. Bischoff tonight an RBI single. On the season, batting .270. He's got 12 RBIs, 24 hits on 89 at-bats. It's a fresh count to Bischoff.
Here's Bischoff. The bases are loaded. Tying on third. Running on second. Foley's first.
Here comes the first pitch to Bischoff. He'll swing on that one. It'll drop over the head. Here comes one runner. He'll cross home. The throw home will not be in time. It's a walk-off win for the home team, Canyon County Spuds. Owen Bischoff plays hero and bats home Billingsley and Schwartzberg. What an end of the game. It's a walk-off win for the Spuds. It's a 4-3 game. A shout out to the mayor of Caldwell tuning in. What a ball game. It's the first walk-off of the season for the Spuds, and Bischoff is the one to do it. So that will be all for us out here at Wolf Field. The Spuds win Game 3, take the advantage in the series 2-1. It was 2 runs scored in the second for the Pios, 1 more in the 7th. That was their 3. The Spuds had 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th, and there's the 2 in the bottom of the 9th. So final score, 4-3. Another game here tomorrow night, 7:05 first pitch. Thanks for tuning in here on Spuds TV. Hope to see you out at the ballpark tomorrow or tune in again. What a game. Everybody, have a good night. Go Spuds.